Looks like we are live. I'm going to go ahead and get these links posted in the Discord. Okay, that's posted. All right. So, I think I did a little bit of work off stream. Not very much. I just added more. I added these things now shoot down. I don't think I had that on when I put it on stream. Oh, I love that. Now what we need is some audio. So we've got some ricochets. I made it so there's like a chance that that they'll ricochet, and it looks like it already kind of works where depending on the angle it'll ricochet just because of how I'm doing it. Like it's calculating how many slides it's had. So if it hits direct, then it has a much higher chance. The way they ricochet, like it doesn't really turn the bullet in the direction of movement, but that's fine for now. Now, if we have some let's see here. Had to make sure my music was going. Okay. So those should disappear after a little while and then reappear back over there. Just so then we can have a continual. Oh, I love seeing those tracers. Okay. Crash. Why did it crash and then restart? What kind of debuggers? Inside, we had this massive is inside tree returning transform 3D. And it's still going. Is that because of the bullets? Number 30. Yes. I think we need to do this. Just add the child first. Yeah, because it doesn't really change anything. But that should take away those. Yeah. We were trying to do the transform and stuff before. Okay. All right, now we got our spaceships getting shot at. Hey, Aaron, man, it's been a minute. Thank you for the massive raid with 47. Goodness sakes. How's it going, man? Good to see you. And thank you. I'm streaming live for the first time. Well, not first time. I've streamed a couple times since I moved. But I'm streaming live from Finland. All the way over in Europe because I just moved. So my stream schedule is a little weird. I woke up at 8 in the morning. It is now 9 in the morning. And I'm streaming to try to be similar to the same time I streamed at home back in Washington State. Turgis, what's up? How's it going? Bigelow, Aaron, good to see you. It has. How you doing? I'm doing great. Doing great. like I said, just moved, just started a new project here. That's kind of more of just a reason for me to go on Blender and build a bunch of things and show off cool. Like, the whole idea with this is I just want to have a big battle happening, and the player just kind of walks through it and does little puzzles. So I'm working on this. It's only been a couple days in the making so far, but we've got some anti-air guns shooting up at big spaceships that are doing a big bombard run over here. But yeah, Spimort, Anahan, welcome to Finland. Thank you. Are you in Finland as well? It's a big move. Yeah, I just moved here because I'm getting married here. Technically, I'm already married because that's how we're doing residency, but the wedding isn't actually yet because my family needs to actually have time to come out here and not have to buy tickets instantly. But yeah. And Yagich, good to see you too. Congrats on the move. Thank you so much. Yeah. But yeah, with this project, I'm basically looking at, what was I going to do? Oh, when they hit, I just want to spawn a quick, like, light pulse. There's already the emission that happens with the bullet. Okay, these move really fast, so I kind of want to make that timer shorter just so then we can have a continuous stream. Uh-oh, what's going on? Why did my outlines disappear? This happens sometimes, and it's not fun. Just randomly on a spaceship, the outline shader will just be like, we don't need to have an outline anymore. Yeah, whatever. We'll figure it out. Not in Finland currently. I have visited, though. Yeah, Finland is great. I love it here. Oh, here we got the big, massive lag spike again. Because right now I'm teleporting the ships back. I should just spawn in new ones and have these ones disappear. Oh, and there we go. So, what is going on there? Why is it so crazy? It doesn't even show any errors. It's just a huge lag spike. Oh, dude, once I get some audio in this, though, it's going to feel pretty good, I think. So once again, like, the idea with this is big sci-fi planet that you're on. You're this little probe dude. I need to rebuild this model, but and you're going to go around and fix puzzles while there's fights happening in space, big giant mech battles on the ground, that type of thing. You don't really take part in these things. You're not the main character. You're just going around fixing things and trying to unlock new parts of the level where you get to watch more fights happen. That's pretty much it. But Sock Guy on YouTube, what's up? How you doing, man? Same game as last year? No. This is a new project I started a couple days ago. The game last year, I've started many projects. It's kind of the classic, start a new project every 3 seconds. I'll show you my main project real quick that I am going to continue work on. It's just right now I'm more in, I don't know, I'm just in the mood to make something with a ton of Blender work. Looks like we also have an ad coming up, so I'm going to snooze that real quick. Okay. But this is going to be my main project, because it's a little more doable. The problem is I'm having a really tough time figuring out game loops for it. It has a good base, has a good core setting, I guess, but just figuring out the game loop is tough. So, and it has a lot of the elements already built, inventory, crafting, resource gathering. It's like a survival game. So a lot of the core elements are there. But the main thing is that you're living... Oh, there's the water spawning in, or showing up. You're living on top of this big walking mountain guy. And he's kind of your mobile base carrier, right? So you can go around, you can build stuff. You can walk over to these other islands. Throw a doorway in there. Some more windows, another doorway. But it's going to have, you know, the standard stuff like base building, resource gathering, some combat. But then the whole, you know, kind of hook to it is just that you got a mobile base. So you don't have to travel. Well, it's kind of, you have a mobile base, but then you'll probably have your own main base somewhere, you know, because you can't build a huge base on this guy. But you can kind of tell him to go around while you go, you know, chop trees and stuff. Couldn't recognize him. I was questioning myself. Yeah. The other one was the RPG one, which let me do a quick toggle time. Was the RPG one, which was just going to be too big. It's the classic where like I was trying to make games that were too big, which I don't think anything has really changed. I'm still trying to make games that are too big. Let's bring our base back over. But yeah, this game, when I can actually figure out a loop for it, then I'm going to be pretty happy. Fade, what's up? What happened to the survival project? It is here. I am going to continue it. Oh, we got some glitching. Just trying to walk through the island. So we will be continuing this. Oh, I just fell off. But I was feeling a little bit of a burnout plus a lack of direction. So I'm working on a little side project currently. Very understandable. I hope the mountain and repair bot projects go well. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah. Goodness, he gets stuck there a lot. I'll have to figure that out. But Whitechapel, thank you for the follow. Oh, and Turgis and Spimore and oh, I guess that's the brain. But yeah, thank you guys for the follow. I really appreciate it. It's nice to get back. Aaron, once again, thank you for the raid, brother. And it's good to see you. I'm glad I can still stream on a sort of similar schedule. It's just it's strange for me waking up early to stream. Because I'm, well, early as in like at a normal time for normal people. But I'm so used to streaming just after work. But now because I work for an American company, I work in the evenings. So it's all strange. So welcome, it's good to see you too. Yeah, man. I haven't been able to catch one of your streams in a while because, once again, moving and all that. But I need to kind of go back through all the game dev streams and see what people are up to. Because that's like number one inspiration right there. Is just seeing what all the other devs are doing. Okay, I guess I don't really have an idea of what I'm doing on Blender right now. So let's first just jump over to our project again. And we're just gonna add a little pulse of light that happens when a bullet hits. This is called Jank Jam because it was before I realized that the game jam actually had a theme. And so this was gonna be my Jank Jam game. But it's not actually. And I still need to figure out a game to do for the Jank Jam. Okay, so bullet. Tracer, bullet, anti-air. Death timer. Okay, check death, blah, blah, blah. We need to do die. And we'll do a monk die. We're going to have a light. We'll just do an Omni light. I know this is not performant. We'll do something like that. Okay, this is flash. We're going to go here. Death timer timeout. We're going to run die here as well. And then in die, we're going to grab our CSG box. And our glow. We'll call this glow. Whoops. We're going to hide those. Glow dot hide. Nope. Not shadow opacity. Hide. And then flash dot. What is it called? Energy? Light energy. Oh, we need to like tween this. Ears probably project is super cool. It is growing steadily. I love to see it. Yeah, last time I saw it, I remember just being. I love the cave, which I don't know how many projects you're on. I'm thinking of the cave one where you got the upgrades that you do in the cave, the tower defense style one, and that one's just sick. Like all the, it feels really like polished. Still in that one, okay, yeah, because that one was sick to see. And then I think about all the projects I have, and I'm like, that's the thing I'm lacking heavily, is all the extra stuff around that makes a game feel like a real game, and not just a project. Yeah, super cool. Safi, what's up? Oh, and Fade had said, what does Dead Slap do for work? Right now I'm doing part-time work for the States, kind of like phone sales, but not, it's not as bad as like cold calling, which is nice. It's kind of like cold calling, but it's within an industry where it's business to business, and it's I'm calling people who are supposed to be cold called. That's their job, so it's kind of nice. Safi says, been a while getting back into Godot C#, trying to do more 3D though, and not gonna lie, it's hella different. 3D is very different, but I like it a lot more. I love 3D. Okay, now we do tweens, and I can't remember how to do tweens, which is hilarious because tweens are like so important. Okay, let's pull up the docs. Also, it's been a long time since I've really been consistent with this, so I just forget everything every time I come back to game development. Okay, we have a property of this. Okay, we can just grab this. This looks about right. Glow, or wait, no, flash. Don't need the scale. Actually, light energy right here. And then we need to scale it back down. And then we need to scale it back down to 0. And then let's just do a wait. What is it? Get tree dot create timer 1.0. We'll just say this and then queue free and see what happens. So flash, light energy, we're going to put at 0 for now. Then let's see what happens. Oh, break. Cannot call hide on a null value. Oh, we don't have glow. Why is glow null? Node not found. Glow relative. Bullet spawn. Character body. Turret, bullet spawn. Where's our turret? Oh, anti-air. Is it something in here? Hey, Duckonomics. Great name. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Nova, what's up? Good to see you again. Okay, why is this null? I have it right here. On ready. Flash and glow are both not found. CSG box is found. And where is this getting called? One shot auto start. It shouldn't be happening until... Okay, so it is happening because it's getting hit right away. Oh, is it just because glow isn't something you can hide? Nope, it's still a null instance. Why is this null? Is it just because we're instantiating? And it's like taking too long to instantiate? I want to make a 3D Chilla's art or puppet combo PS1 style horror game. There we go. Well, if you're doing 3D, that's the way to go. Because it'll definitely be a lot easier to do. Something more, low poly. That's why I love 3D. It's great. I know I'm stupid, but I need to figure this out. Okay, we've got glow, flash, node not found, relative to this. Implicit ready. Okay, what happens if I just do $ glow? Why does it not exist? Okay, when it shoots, we're going to take away this stuff and just see if it's like a timing problem. I don't know. It's weird. Nope, breaks. Oh, duh. This is troop ship. I have tracer troop ship here that also has a glow and a, okay. We'll just, troop, ship, tracer. What we need is another. We just copied this, so it's. We have two tracers using the same script. That's why. Oh my goodness. So we should be able to go back to here. Should be able to turn that back on. Okay. Okay, we're not really getting flashes of light. Probably because we need to like set it deferred or something. If it dies, we should also vector 3.0. Let's try that. See what happens. I don't do any coding, but I feel like Godot has better overall look than Unity or Unreal. Godot UI just looks a lot friendlier. Yeah. Yeah, if you're kind of just starting out, that's the way to go. I love Godot, especially for people who are kind of just starting. Okay, so we're seeing the glow, but we're not really seeing the flash, are we? Let's also do this. Glow anti-air one will turn on. Okay, I'm not really seeing any flashes. So this tween property is not really... Let me bump it up like crazy. Godot is great for lightweight and fast. Yeah. GDScript has very small learning curve if you have a Python background. Yep. Yeah, and then the lightweight nature of it is really nice when you're starting out because you don't lose a ton of learning time just to loading up Unity. Okay. Am I seeing any light? No. Come on, I need a flash. So we're doing this tween property, but I might be doing it wrong. Duration, float, final value. I think we have a little bit of volumetric fog, right? Is this multiplayer? No, this is going to be very much a just single player, not even much of a game really. It's more of a excuse for me to just make stuff on Blender and you know, have a cool background while you go around and fix little puzzles. Okay, there's definitely no lighting happening. And there goes my outline again for some reason. Just decides it doesn't want to do anything. And there it goes again. Why does it disappear at certain angles? It's like it turns off for the whole spaceship no matter the angle. You know what? Maybe we just spawn in an explosion instead of doing the light pulse on the bullet. Which I do have a video that I pulled up from Legion Games showing some explosions, so we could maybe try to do something.
Fire and smoke particles. So what we're going
to need explosions anyway. You can speedrun Godot download time. Yeah. Map generated by patterns looking very data-driven. At this point, it's just, I'm like 3 days into this. So I just dragged a bunch of assets in. That's it. Very, very simple right now. It's going to be a very tailored map because, so the whole idea of the game is you're a little observer probe that just goes to random alternate dimensions, I guess, and experiences completely different settings every single time. So this first one is going to be a big space battle on a planet. So fighting in space, but then also fighting on the ground. And you're going around solving little puzzles while it's happening and just watching everything happen. Not really much of a game, more of a kind of a walking sim in a way. But I just want to be able to have like a story happening all around you that you can just kind of experience. Something like that. I wonder why this isn't working though. Do tweens just not work? Let me do a print flash.light energy. Zero, 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 zero. Okay. So why is it not tweening anything? Size. What happens if we just have this at 1? We should at least see the light. Okay, now it seems like there is. A little bit of light, but okay, but it's not tweening it. I want it to be a true flash. Okay, I think this is where we just spawn a new scene. Let's go ahead and go here. We'll create a new folder called effects. Add a new scene. We're going to call this Flash Omnilight We're going to add a script to this. Okay. Okay, so here var tween equals get tree. Actually, no. What in the? Okay, we're just gonna add a tween here. Oh wait, you can't just do a tween there? Okay. Okay, I guess we just do tween equals get tree, create tween. Tween dot, wait. Tween property. Okay, light. Light energy. .0. This light, we're going to give it this. Okay. Give it a range of 10. On the troop ship tracer, we're going to grab all of this code. We're going to disconnect the script. We're going to add a new one. Grab all of this, but then we're going to do... We're just going to save that as a second one because I don't want to have to change everything on this one every time I do anything. Okay. Anti-air tracer, we don't need the flash anymore. But we do need a reference to the flash scene. Our flash equals flash dot instantiate And child flash dot global position equals global position. Okay. Now, I think there's the tween callback. Callback. Shoot. Set delay. Okay. Func die. Q free. Die. What is this? Oh, just, okay, so just die, and then I can do set delay 1. Okay. We can try that. Let's see what happens. Why is there no lights? Okay, what happens if I put the energy up to like 30 just on base level? I'm still not seeing any lights. Debugger. Node not found. Flash. Okay, that's fine, because I think that's just a problem with up here. Okay, let's save that. And let's run this again. Do we still have... Okay, debugger. Freed before starting. Are these things just dying too fast? We're going to add another timer. We're going to say 5 seconds on this one. Which means that's probably why things weren't working in the first place, but... Oh, there we go. Okay. Now we're getting way too much. Flash. Let's go ahead and do 10. And then here, we go to light. Does it lag everything out? Yes. Because we're creating a bunch of lights all the time. Creating a bunch of tweens. So how do we do this then? Because there's way too many of these. Okay. Yep, way too laggy. We're still getting some freed before starting. On death timer timeout, what we should do is just queue free. We don't need to run the flash because that's starting a ton of. Okay, that's a bit better. Still fairly laggy. Okay, let's do 0.5 for that. Okay, that's a bit more performant. Still not great, of course, but we could do it even shorter. I kind of like the idea of it just being like, do we even need to tween this? It's definitely better when it's faster. Looks better. But I feel like we don't even need to tween this. I think we just need to just have it show up. Ooh. No tween and suddenly it's way worse. Is it because these aren't dying? Should remove everything. CC, what's up? How's it going? Okay, yeah, maybe it's not removing all of these flashes or something. Because we need to start this. So what we do... Let's just do this. Maybe that works. Okay, yeah. Now it's queuing them all free. So they must have been sticking around or something. Okay, yeah, we don't even need to tween these. We just have the light show up. The light is going to be have a range of 20. Let's do an energy of 5. Where's that print happening? Where did I put that print? Right there. Wait, where? There we go. Okay. We also don't need this. We don't need this. So I think this is on... Yeah, Tracer Troop Ship. So we're just going to have that like that for now. Fanny Slam, what's up? How you doing? Okay, now we've got some flashes. I should have just done this from the start for sure. That's sick. We could do some particle effects, but I'm almost not even worried about that. There might be a little bit too big of flashes. Okay. Let's do energy like 3, I guess. Range 15.
I don't know. I just got here.
Hey! There we go. It's good hearing those again. Sock Guy says, I really like games where you're just a bystander to a bigger story going on around you, and I feel like games are the only medium storytelling that usually do it best. Yeah, that's kind of the whole idea with this is going to be just like you're kind of just around while this stuff is happening. The whole lore of it is just that you're just an observer, really. What Remains of Edith Finch. I've never seen that. Okay, boom, boom. When they ricochet, they don't do that. Okay. Now. Flash should go away. Don't need that. Glow. Glow is there. Okay. Now this is the troop ship tracer. Okay, so we can do that. And then we can do light dot color. Light color equals color. We'll do 1, 1, 1, 1 as a base. Oh, wait, we can't really just do this. I'm not going to worry about it for now. I was going to say we can make this a module that we can pass into the tracer from the troop ship. But I'm just not going to worry about the tracer from the troop ship yet. Save and commit code. We actually still need to start a GitHub project. Okay. So we've got a little bit of atmosphere going on here. Audio is going to really help. Right now, this is kind of all I need to do for the spaceship stuff. Let me go ahead and open up GitHub. Okay, we have some saved and committed code. Good to go. Okay, so we got that. Now we can close that. Okay. One thing we do need to do real quick. Do we have a scripts? Oops. Create new script. This is going to be just called global. Okay, in our main, we can add a script. Global.main equals self, just so we can get some references. Then we need to turn this into an actual auto load. Add, perfect, close, save. We can go to player on ready. Global.playervar equals self. Okay, so we have some references. That'll just make things a lot easier. Okay. This we don't really need because we don't have grass, but when we add grass back in, it'll be nice. Okay, so what do I want now? I think we have some fun building spaceships on Blender. That's what we do. The best part about game development is that you can do a million different things, so you never get bored. Okay, we're making a spaceship. Because our opening scene, basically, you're gonna load in, and you're gonna see, you know, you're gonna have like a little opening, but then you show up, and there's gonna be a big fight happening on the street in front of you with some tanks that get blown up by some strafing spaceships, like smaller ones that are dropping bombs, and then there's gonna be a mech. Oh, what's with all the flashing from my light? That's annoying. Why is it flashing so much right here? Huh. Not sure. But you're going to have this big mech that walks in and shoots down a couple of them. A couple spaceships, or maybe just one. Man, that flashing is really annoying. Like, all of the lights are flashing. Does it have to do with the flashes I'm doing up there? All of those are flashing. They're like not rendering unless I'm... There's certain angles where they don't render. Is that having to do with my outline shader? No. Does it have to do with the fact that I'm spawning a bunch of flashes? Do I just have too many lights in the scene? Oh, there's the giant drop. Frame drop when I re-teleport these things. Okay, weird. There's some jankiness. The flickering lights is a no-go. We're going to have to fix that. Okay. Anyway, spaceship. It's going to have kind of two, it'll be like a middle seat cockpit view, and then okay, we're going to snap these. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, kind of this shape. Okay. That kind of shape, that works. Let's do a quick pullback on that. Let's go here. Let's grab this, bring that in. Okay. Now, Oops. Kind of works, but we have weird faces happening. Maybe we just grab everything on this. And then do something like this. It's a little bit better on the faces. Still a little weirdness there. Maybe we can just do this. Yeah, that's a little better. It's a little more blocky looking now, but not too bad. Let's call this light spaceship 1. New folder, spaceships. Save that, and then I gotta run to the bathroom. We will leave it on a cinematic view. It will do that lag out every time that it tries to teleport all the spaceships back. Okay, I will be back. BRB. It has fully crashed. Oh, no, it hasn't fully crashed. It just massive delay. Let's look at anti-air, see if maybe that's... I mean, the other thing we could do is just have it reach a certain point and come back or something. I don't know. The troop ships just kind of need to be spawning in and then despawning. Let's just do this. We'll do a new scene. We've already completely forgotten about our blender. Scene, 3D scene. Troop, ship, spawner. Or we'll just say general spawner. Right. Then we're going to do at export var spawn scene. Oh, actually, it needs to be is it a packed scene? There we go. Okay, and then we could do a timer. Spawn timer. We're going to do another export var. Export var. Spawn interval float func ready. We need this. Spawn timer dot wait time equals spawn interval start. So spawn timer dot start. This will be a one shot. And then we can do a timeout. Var scene equals spawn scene dot instantiate add, or let's do a global dot main dot add child scene dot global position equals global position. Wait, what is this? Cannot add non-static function, add child on the class node 3D. What happens if I, okay. It's kind of weird. I'll just do this then. Add it to this, to the spawner. And then spawn timer dot start. Troop ship, we can go here. Timer timeout. We're just gonna do queue free. Okay, and then we can go to our main scene here and we can add a bunch of these. Okay, we'll see you later. Gonna go to sleep since it's pretty late for me. All right, take it easy, sock guy. Good to see you again. Hope you have a good one, man. And sleep well. Okay, so we have this. We can add some spawners in. Oops. How long is this timer? 100 seconds. You're like 85 seconds. No, let's do 100 seconds. Okay, we can do something like that. Okay, that's pretty sick. Those lights I'm really liking. Now we will wait a little bit and see if some ships spawn in and if they spawn in the right direction. Oh, that's so annoying how the outline just disappears. It's like, oh, you no longer have an outline. The box does, but not the ship. We might just need to build a new ship model. I wonder if it's something wrong with the ship model. Oh, is that a spawn? When these all disappear, we should get some ships spawning in. Come on. Disappear. Boom. Okay. Now we got a new group. Perfect. All right, so we got that going. Not bad. That does look sick. Now, the spaceships are going to be a little interesting because, like, the small one... Oh, let's also do this. But the small ones, we want them to fly around more regularly. They can't just, whoops. They can't just fly in a straight line because that doesn't look as good. We want them to actually move correctly. Okay, we can move these down. Have them kind of come to a point. Okay, now we do some materials. Okay, new material. New material, we can do an accent. That's not bad. Okay. That will work for now. The hard part is going to be making these look good as they move. I can just animate it, but if I want background ones that are just kind of in the background, then we will see. Folder, light, spaceship 1. Create a new scene, light, spaceship 1. Then we can go to our assets, instantiate that. Okay, light spaceship 1 is this is gonna be where it gets a little bit difficult. Because we got to think about how we want to build this in and have it like fly around and swoop in. Okay, because we want it to like bank as it turns. And we need little target positions that it's going to, as well as some like general pathfinding, I guess. It could like kind of circle above and then swoop in on, let's say, these anti-air things. Let's do a area 3D target detect anti-air. What does anti-air have? We'll do an area 3D called target detect or self detect collision shape, sphere shape. It can just be like that. It's gonna be on 8. Collision shape. Sphere shape. We're going to say this is 500. Targets. We're gonna have a target that's just an array. Then we can have this here. Let's do it. Okay, nice. We should almost change this from a node 3D to like a static body, I guess. Because then we wouldn't even need this self-detect, but it's fine. Okay, we're gonna say if area.get parent is anti-air, append area.get parent. Targets dot area or targets dot find or erase area dot get parent. Okay, so we have this. Now we have to do some sort of math and then maybe some pathfinding. Let's go to Paint. Think about this. So, dump. Building, anti-air, spaceship. Let's say it detects it in the radius. It needs to know that there's a building in the way. It needs to find a spot where it can fly to, strafe down, and then escape and come back without running into buildings. Let me see if there's anything for easy pathfinding. I'm not really seeing anything for pathfinding. It's all navigation mesh stuff. We just kind of have to figure out our own way, I guess. Or, I mean, a lot of these spaceships... This is the thing, is a lot of these spaceships, they're not the ones that need to have, like, more complicated AI. Because you're not going to really interact with them, like... These almost should just be animated. The ground forces can have more like regular AI. But a lot of this will be kind of predetermined anyway. So I'm wondering, do we even need this target detect? We'll have to think about this. If I go into my main scene, we do have this general corridor that the game's taken place on, like mostly down a big street. So we could just have them coming in and flying off. Kind of on a loop. But then we do need them to get shot down and stuff. Ooh, that also reminds me. These will need to be able to break apart. Okay. So the engines can fall off. Although this is... we actually need them to be fully separate. So we need to go back to object mode. Apply this. Go to edit mode. Grab this whole object. Okay. I mean, that is its left engine, although I think I named that kind of incorrectly. Sweet. Okay. So we'll be able to break apart. First thing we're going to do then is 3D. Let's see here. Let me do something like... do we just draw a line through here? Or do we just like tween some positions? So we could have some that just fly through and get shot at. Let's look at our anti-air and see how we're targeting, because I kind of want to target. Let's do a spaceship. And let's start a new script. Troop ship will extend spaceship. Same with light spaceship. Okay. And then we can go here, we can do okay. Light spaceship has targets. We're not going to really worry about that right now. We're just going to do how do we do the troop ship? Troop ship is what? Oh, 1,500. Do 1,800. Yeah, let's do like 600. 1,000. Okay. Put a timer on it. Let's go here. Timeout. Queue free. And then we can add on main. We go here, grab some spawners. Gotta find a place where it can go through a gap. There's a gap right there. Rotate around the Y 180. Or no, 90? Negative 90, okay. Here's another gap. Okay, now these ones will have light spaceship. We're going to do a spawn every 15 seconds. And a new node 3D. This one's going to be called Light Spaceship Spawners. Okay. And then on our light spaceship, death timer needs to auto start blip. Do like 25 seconds on that. Okay, what breaks? Let's see. Okay, there's one. He's chilling. He ain't doing anything. The other one's not doing anything either because we didn't call move and slide. Oh, he's blasting off to the right. This is a classic, what is it? Okay, they are moving to the right. We're just going to do, I guess, this. Well, no, this is kind of like global. We need it to just be their own direction, whatever direction they're facing. So transform.basis, I guess. Yeah. Let's do a... Not Z, I guess. Does that work? Van Dev, what's up? How's the development going? It is going. It's working, I think. I mean, we might have a crash here. One sec, we will see. Okay, why are these floating sideways? I need their local transform. Let's also go to a light spaceship blend. Let's make sure we've got physics on. Okay, how do we do this? With respect to the parent node. So maybe it's that. We need to make these spawn in faster. There it is. Okay, where is he going? He's going straight down. Why? Or is it just basis.z? Just want him to move forward. That's it. Now he's moving sideways and down. Weird. Let's go to our spawners. Let's do every 3 seconds. Why are they moving with the player? Oh no, they're not. They're just... Okay. Is this a collision layer thing? Could be. Okay, this is not their Z direction. Why did I fall through the floor? So, global basis.z. Hey, there we go. Okay. So it was just a collision issue, and then we just need global basis. Okay, now these things need to be flying way faster. And we can spawn them in every 15 seconds again. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, we got crazy glow here. Probably because of the half of the bullets are getting hit right there. Yeah, this one's not even shooting all of its bullets. Most of them are hitting the... Okay, we've got things flying over. We need these turrets to be... Okay, nothing's shooting at these. We'll scale that up instead. Okay. Let's go to our main. Grab out all of our AA. Just move it slightly up. Then we shouldn't have that where they're running into the... Yeah, okay, now they're shooting straight up. Now these might not even end up shooting at... these spaceships, though. The smaller ones. Because there's so many of these bigger ones. Let's see if any of these get shot at. Like this one. Let's do this. Let's go to anti-air. So current target, we're doing... We can do a 4i in targets. We could just do something like that. Maybe that'll work. This will make them focus smaller ones. Nobody's shooting it. Nobody cares. Oh, that's only if it's null. Let's see. Let me think about this. So, add it. Obviously, well, we're checking if it's greater than 0 after we're adding one. So, Prime targets. If I is a light spaceship, current target equals I. This might mess up some of the other ones because they'll be shooting at, trying to shoot from up here. So we could actually add this to a still not shooting at that, huh? Yep, still nothing shooting at him. Oh. I think we don't have any collision on this. Can't be detected. Okay. So now, these things might, top ones might try to shoot down. So we probably should do a distance check. Okay, someone shot at him. That's good. That guy's shooting at him. That guy's trying to shoot at him. A little bit too late, but... That guy's trying to shoot at him. That's good. We're going to make these things fly in a little faster. Let's do every like 8 seconds. Just see how this goes. Oh, we have an ad starting pretty soon. Just a heads up. In 1 minute. Okay. Next thing is we go here. We had some that just come straight down the middle. That's pretty sick. They're just flying straight through that. Okay. So we can do this. Let's get our music started again. Obviously, this is all janky and whatever, but I'm fine with that. Okay, we'll remove some of that. That one's getting hammered right off the bat. Then we should see some of these getting shot at. Nice. Now they're mostly getting missed. But they're getting shot at. That's good. Now we'll make it so then we'll probably have our own auto turrets that focus different kinds. Like some that only focus these smaller ones. Anti-air could also do a little bit more predictive. Okay, we have line of sight, but then the actual target. Here I had to use some AI to run this. Okay. Okay, so we have this. Target dot global position plus current target dot velocity. Wait, var predict position. Can I do something like this? Oh yeah. Now they're way closer. Still haven't landed any hits. But it does feel closer, right? Oh, we might have gotten a hit there. Because then the bullets themselves don't, like they have drop. What happens if we just remove the drop? Let's see here. Let's do minus 0.1. Oh yeah, now we're hitting. There we go, we're getting some ricochets. And then, so let's do like 0.2, so they still have some gravity. But then on the anti-air, we can also just do a var cone . .0, or let's do negative 3.0, 3.0. Okay, this just gives some randomness. A little bit of inaccuracy. Which should actually help with accuracy in a bit. Yeah, now we're getting some hits. Sick. I love this. I love how they try to lead. When they're a little closer, it's actually less accurate, I think. Let's make the chance of a ricochet less. There's still tons of ricochets when it's at a certain angle, so this will maybe make it a little bit better on these things. Oh, that's sick. I love that. We're getting some vibes. Now we just need we need audio for it for sure. Let me see if I can just find a quick freesound.org. We're going to look one up. Nope. 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 Oh my goodness. Okay, we don't want that. Let's do a gun. Gunshot. That's kind of not bad. Oh my goodness, it's so loud. Okay, let's download this one. Okay, and then we can go into Audacity. Okay. Okay, we now have that. So, when it shoots, okay. Shot SFX dot play. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, we're getting them to play. That's good. We need it to be way better. Okay, so now, is there ways that we can do... Oh, we need to actually play this. Tons of reverb. Okay. Okay. Hmm. .2 spread, maybe? .2 wet? .1 damping, I guess. Okay, we need more damping. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Hey, thank you for the follow. James, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Okay. I mean, it's something. It's kind of annoying. Let's see here. We could do a max range of like, or a unit size of like 50. What if we pitch it down a bit? Let's do a unit size of like 100. You're welcome. Yeah, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I think we're almost at 700. Yeah, we're at 694 followers. Not bad. Does sound kind of muffled. And then when you're right here, then it's That's actually pretty sick, though. It's just, it gets occluded randomly. So maybe... What is the attenuation? Inverse square? Why does it get so cut off there? Actually, let's just do that, and then on our bus, let's just bring this down. Okay. Compressor. Okay, we're kind of squashing it now. It's kind of fine. Okay, if I just bring that down a little bit further. It just sounds very foggy. What happens if I just bring that pitch shift back? Okay, that's not too bad. Unit size, let's do like 80. Max distance, 800. It's max polyphony. Okay. Okay. Just getting a little audio can make a difference, so do want to make it like... max decibel. To like -6. Maybe that's a little better. Put a lot of range, but then just because there's so many of them. It's also go into here and maybe just add a okay, I think that's not too bad, hopefully. There's just so many of them, that's the thing. This is definitely not going to work that like that, but if we did like 2. Turn off those and then let's put this on like 0.3 to see what it sounds like. Okay, let's just try this. Without reverb. I think the delay is just a bit too much. We'll keep the reverb on. And we need shot sounds from that. So like 50 and then do a that much. Man, audio is hard for these types of things. We'll get there eventually, though. Might just need to look up how to do, like, longer range audio. Man, I just love watching those tracers fly, though. So there's going to be some in the background where they're just kind of flying like this. And then we're going to have our tailored ones where we animate like a cutscene, basically. That happens. In fact, a lot of them will be like that. But that also means we need to time it right. So it needs to be like when you solve a puzzle, then it kicks off a chain of events. Pretty dope, though. I'm pretty happy with this. And we will make it so with some of these, they do just kind of loop through. Maybe they follow a path, and then if they get hit a few times, then they blow up, you know. Something like that. You'll be able to spot the loops for sure as you're playing, but hopefully not too much, because I can maybe introduce a little bit of randomness into it. Like there's certain points that they're trying to get to, and then maybe I just have them fly like regular character bodies to different points. They pick a point and path there or something. And I could probably do some logic of like, okay, if you're trying to get to this spot over here, maybe there's some nav like waypoints I just drop. Just says like, hey, do you have line of sight on this? If you do, then you can use this as a waypoint, you know, so then they don't run into buildings. Something like that. That's if I want it to be more like, not procedural, but like randomized rather than fully tailored, like a cutscene. But I've got enough background, I think, here to where on my next stream I should start the mech battle and the tank battle here, which will be crazy because I have to make the mech, then I got to do the animations for it, then I got to do the animations for the actual fight. Still trying to decide how exactly I would do that. Maybe I'll just make animations for like walking and then shooting and blowing up and stuff, and then have like set I can animate their actions, but then the actual animations will be in Blender, maybe. So a mech walks out here, but then in game I just tell it like, okay, target this guy, shoot the other guy. The tank that's firing back needs to on purpose miss, you know, stuff like that. Also, we should rebuild this probe, but anyway, I do need to bounce out. So I will see you all later. Let me go ahead and find someone to raid on Twitch. By the way, Aaron, once again, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. Oh, Shaylay's on.
Method of destroying it, and it's not really.
Let me go ahead and drop a raid there. But thank you all for being here. As always, I appreciate you. Thank you. It's nice to be back to streaming once again. All of you in the YouTube chat as well. Appreciate you guys. Sock Guy, Safi, Nova, Fade, and everyone else who was just lurking. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. On the Twitch side, Van Dev, James Luther, Fanny Slam, CC, Michael, Arend, of course, Anahan, and Yagich, Spimort, Bigelow, Turgis, and all the people who followed. James Luther, Duckonomics, Whitechapel, Turgis, Spimort. Appreciate you guys. Hope you all have a good one. I'll send you over now. Peace.
I don't care. Honestly.
Okay. And for those of you in the YouTube chat, have a good one. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.